Now, for more on Israel's decision to allow the security agency Shin Bet to track the movements of people with the virus and the reaction, we now welcome cyber law attorney Jon Klinger, the legal counsel for the Israeli digital rights movement. He's speaking to us from Ramat HaSharon in Israel. Jonathan, thank you so much for your time. Mixed reaction to this decision, many saying it's an infringement of people's privacy. Others say the health benefits for people in the country long-term outweighs individuals' concerns. Talk to us about your response to this move.
First, in order to understand the responses, you need to understand the actual actions taken. And when we have the facts ready, we can discuss the perception. There are two different ordinances that were enacted tonight. The first allows Shin Bet access to all technological information that do not include a content of a call, meaning metadata, where you were, who you talked to, who are your contacts, and even access theoretically into your Facebook account, WhatsApp account, or other social media accounts without any judicial oversight if you are suspected of being a corona patient. And all of this is in order to notify people who were in your vicinity or in contact with you. The other ordinance allowed the police access to people who are in home quarantine, like myself, because I returned from abroad, on a sporadical level, on an aggregated manner, or on batches without any judicial supervision to ensure that their quarantine is kept and that they do not leave their residence. And both these ordinances allow sharing of information with the Ministry of Health, which can retain the information for additional 60 days and use it for other purposes. Now, this is highly controversial, and the first reason this is controversial is because it was not done by an act of parliament. It's an executive order using war or special procedures by the government meant to help with this emergency situation. However, when it was brought to Parliament yesterday, Parliament rejected it and wanted further discussion. And in order to circumvent the parliamentary discussion, this was filed as an executive order and not as an order going through Parliament. Now, this creates two problems. The first is that there's no judicial oversight. People are losing their civil rights, are waiving their privacy without any oversight from the courts. The second is that the parliamentary oversight that was supposed to be in place is also waived. So we have to trust our government, trust our police, trust our health department not to abuse this information. The problem is that when everything is done in such a haste, we don't have any certainty that there's no abuse, there's no bugs, or that the information would actually be deleted afterward, because we don't know when this will end.
So, Jonathan, let me just stop you there, and very briefly, when the Shin Bet head, Nadav Argaman, saying just this morning people's movements won't be saved, this is purely to check that they are sticking to the rules. Briefly, is this likely to placate people given the concerns that you've outlined?
He said people's movements won't be saved by the Shin Bet, which is true. They will be conveyed automatically to the Ministry of Health, where they will be retained there for the duration of the emergency situation plus 60 days. This is quite a lot of time. Now, the police will also have tracking on other people and store this. So this will deter people from coming out, even if they're not quarantined. This will deter people from moving freely inside Israel. And the extreme access that includes social media, includes phone records, includes email theoretically, is way too wide.
Thank you.